He did it. He actually did it. Donald Trump has just fucked up the North Korea deal. Or at least the talks. There wasn't actually a deal in place, at least not yet, but it looked like the possibility that we're going to at least maybe get a deal or some sort of start some negotiation. And let me tell you, of course, that they don't actually agree to meet until they have some sort of agreement in place, at least that they're going to talk about. But no, turns out there will be no talks with North Korea. It appears that Donald Trump has decided to cancel them. Now, he said that he made this decision based on the tremendous anger and open hostility in a recent North Korean statement. Now, North Korea is known for its bellicose statements all the time. That's kind of what they do. They sit there and they run their mouths. That's what they do. Because, look, in the past, you say, oh, look, that's fine, right? Go ahead and run your mouth. Whatever. Don't really care. Because, look, Kim Jong-un is a thin-skinned child. The problem is now is that the United States leader also is a thin-skinned child. So now we have two children armed with nuclear weapons. Wonderful. And that's, of course, not to insult children. Because I think that there are kids that are actually way smarter than the both of those people put together. But nonetheless, right? Let me get to the statement here that angered Trump so much. But before I do that, I just do have to note that, what about the Nobel Prize? I think those Nobel Prize dreams kind of went up in smoke. But anyway, let's get into the details, right? Now, earlier today, North Korean official Choi Sun-hui dismissed remarks by the U.S. Vice President Mike Pence, who decided to open his mouth for like the first time in months. Like, the last time I heard anything about Mike Pence is when he walked out of a game, out of a Indianapolis Colts game. Wow. So he's been keeping relatively low-key. But, of course, he decides to open his mouth this time and talk about the Libya thing. Here we go again with the Libya model, right? He said that North Korea might end up like Libya if we don't get some sort of nuclear deal. Now, Choi Sun-hui dismissed that as, quote, stupid. And he called Mike Pence really stupid. Which, hey, to be fair, he is stupid. And that was a really, really stupid thing to say. Look, here's the thing. Now, going back to the Libya model that they keep talking about. Okay, so what happened is Gaddafi had nuclear ambitions. I don't think he necessarily had a nuclear program. Definitely not nuclear weapons, and they definitely weren't a nuclear state. But they decided we're going to give up our nuclear ambitions because of a promise from the West, right? Okay, well, look, we don't become a nuclear state and you don't fuck with us. All right, great. Sounds wonderful. Well, what happened? Years later, Gaddafi was basically in the streets with a pole up his ass. That's what happened to Gaddafi, all while NATO bombers flew overhead. You don't think Kim Jong-un or the North Korean regime took a look at that? And saw, like, you know what? No, that pole up our ass, that's not going to happen. We're not exactly interested in that. And look, to be honest, the United States does not have a great record. I'm not saying North Korea has a great record either. They pulled out of talks plenty of times for their own stupid reasons, right? But lately, the United States has not been really good on keeping their promises. Remember the Iran deal? Oh, right, we pulled out of that too. Oh, the Paris Climate Agreement? Oops, pulled out of that one too. So we're not exactly all that trustworthy when it comes to honoring our agreements, right? And so, I'm actually surprised that North Korea didn't pull out first. But anyway, I want to go to Trump's statement here. And this is, I cannot believe this is official document from the United States of America. He said, quote, "I was very much looking forward to being there with you. Sadly, based on the tremendous anger and open hostility displayed in your most recent statement, I feel it is inappropriate at this time to have the long-planned meeting." You talk about your nuclear capabilities, but ours are so massive and powerful that I pray to God they will never have to be used. The world, and North Korea in particular, has lost a great opportunity for lasting peace and great prosperity and wealth. This missed opportunity is a truly sad moment in history. He then added, baby. No, actually that didn't happen, but nonetheless, right? So obviously that's that's a big red flag, right? So here he's saying, look at our massive and powerful nuclear capabilities. It would be a shame if they would have to get used. You don't threaten that. And yes, that absolutely is a threat. You see, the thing is that, look, if we attack North Korea, it's not us that's going to suffer in mainland United States. It's going to be China. Or not China, sorry. It's going to be Japan and South Korea. And we could only hope that China does not get involved, because whose side are they going to be on? They're going to be on the side of North Korea. So that has the potential to be an amazingly huge mess. So that's why I was actually kind of hopeful. Yes, I was cautious, of course. But I was like, look, maybe if they can get something and they can avoid some sort of war, and North Korea is kind of getting the recognition that it's always wanted, so maybe they'll be like, look, we don't really want to be nuked, and we'll come up with some sort of tentative agreement to maybe eventually nuclearize or denuclearize one of these days. Look, it's something, right? I guess I didn't come into this with great hopes, but I think you can understand why. But at least I had some sort of hope. Now, well, there is no hope. Look, I think we all kind of knew that it was going to turn out this way. And again, I thought that it was going to be North Korea. It was going to be Kim Jong-un that's going to get super offended and be like, oh my God, we got to pull out. But no, unfortunately, it was our glorious leader who again showed how dumb and thin-skinned he really is. Sad. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.